Somebody please tell me when it's 9:18. No, I'm sorry. 8:29. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know when it's 8:29 so we can leave and go to the next class. So yesterday, let's recap this. Yesterday we learned that every image, when you upload it, is facing 0 degrees, which is which way? To the right. If you go to 90 degrees, it's facing up, and it actually turns and goes up. If you go 180 degrees, what was the problem with Mario facing 180 degrees yesterday? He was upside down. Okay? And then 270 is facing down, 0 back here. We talked about we could create a button that spins Mario all 360 degrees. That'd be cool. Okay. So we talked about moving to the right. When you go X's, moving to the right, you're increasing, moving to the right. Add 10, you're going to the right. If you want to go back to the left, what do? Subtract 10. If you want to go down, what do we do to the Y's? Add 10 to the Y's, you go down. How do you go up? You subtract 10. Once you look at this screen here, it's not that hard to get, but you got to look at the screen, okay? All right, what do we want to do today? You want to get the coin to move. All right. So when you press play, we want this coin to start to bounce around the screen. Is that correct? Is everybody with me here? I don't feel like everybody's with me. Is that what we want to do? We want to make this coin bounce around the screen. Okay. All right, so I can do that. Here we go. So what starts the timer? Play pause. Okay, so if I go into play pause, I'm going to get some more room here. When I go into play pause, you can simply go into image sprite coin, and you can set its heading. Do we want to swipe this screen? Last year when we did sound decision, we swiped the screen. Do we want to do that? No, so we just want it to be on play. When you click play, the coin starts. All right, okay. So when we click play, the coin starts. So you're going to say heading. Image sprite coin heading to, and then I thought there was something else in here. Speed. You can set the speed. Yeah, we can do that. So let's go into math. Duplicate this, and let's give it a heading. So So have we talked about the screen edges? We have talked about screen edges. Is screen edges on there? Okay, so we're going to have to talk about screen edges for just a little bit. Let's scroll down here. Um, extend this page. When you're dealing with a screen, okay, and I'm going to have this as corners. The screen has edges, okay? This is the north edge, you with me? And this is edge number 1. This is the north east edge, and this is edge 2. This is the east edge. This is edge 3. And this is 4. This is the southeast edge. Have we? Have we talked about this? All right, so we'll recap this real quick. Sorry. Does anybody know what the southwest edge is? If we talked about this, you should know what number this is right here. Okay. Yeah, this is totally wrong. So why you guys let me do it wrong? Okay, that's not a 4 there. What is it? Not a 5. What is it? It's -1. What's this one? -2. The west edge is -3. The northwest edge is -4. Make sure you have that down in your paper. Okay? So now, you know, when you have a coin right here, right, you can send it to a direction. I could send it to 2 if I want. Okay, are you with me on that? So, um, so I guess what I'm going to do here is I want it to be random, right? So I'm going to say, okay, let's go to your math box and let's get a random integer here, okay? And let's get a random integer between 1 and 4. I want it to go to one of them random edges. All right. Could I do a random speed? Could I do a random speed? Yeah, I could do a random speed. Do you want it to be the same speed every time you're playing this game? No. So, you know, that's what makes games fun is when it's random. So, what are my speeds? Yeah. Well, if you're not sure about speeds, let's go do this, okay? So this is, do you guys see these question marks back in here? Okay, so you guys can always go back into these question marks and you can go to drawing animation. You could find image sprite question mark and you guys can click on more information here. Heading returns the sprite's heading in degrees above the positive x-axis. 0 degrees is towards the right, 90 degrees is towards the top. Okay, so I didn't do that right. Okay, speed, the speed at which the sprite moves. Sprites move this many pixels every interval. Okay, let's go to interval. The interval in milliseconds at which the sprite's position is updated. For example, if the interval is 50 and the speed is 10, then the sprite will move 10 pixels every 50 milliseconds. All right, so we need interval, speed, and heading in there. Are you with me? Where did I get that from? From reading about it. Did it cost me that a lot of time? No. Okay. I found out that I wasn't even doing it right because heading goes from 0 to 360. So that's cool because now that makes my life easier. Okay. Let's go back here. Sorry. I can go back into here. Okay. Now this random heading, I can go from 0 to 360 degrees. You with me on that? So I lost. Do you guys remember what it was talking about with speed? Speed is which the sprite moves. The sprite moves this many pixels every interval. So do we want to move 10 pixels every interval? Do we want to move 5? Are you with me? What's our random number going to be there? How many pixels do you want them to move every interval? Yeah, 25. So what would be the lowest amount of, what would be a slower amount? 5? 1? Okay, 5 pixels per milliseconds, right? So you guys can play with this. We can figure this out. Um, you don't have to be random, but we need to make something random, so it's kind of cool. Bless you. So speed is how many pixels you're going to be moving. So let's say you guys said, I don't know why I just threw those away. I could have used them. That was pretty dumb. Sorry, I need coffee today. Um, so let's say you went from 5 pixels to 25 pixels every milliseconds, right? And then you can duplicate this. And then down here, you need your intervals set. So you go to interval. What are the intervals going to be? Okay. Um, this is going to be in milliseconds. And I'm not saying every one of these has to be random. Are you with me? Um, maybe you want to go down here and say, okay, the interval is going to be every 50 milliseconds. Okay. So every 50 milliseconds is, how many times does that happen in 1 second? 50 goes into 1,000 20 times. So this is going to happen 20 times in a second. So he could be moving 5 pixels 20 times every second. So could be moving 25 pixels 20 times in a second. Are you with me? That's really fast. Okay. So let's go see if this works. Should we see if this works? All right, let's go see if this works. So let's just play with it. Connect the AI companion. Let's see if the ball starts. The coin, I'm sorry, the coin. So what's going to start the coin in motion? Yeah, that's right. You got to keep hitting play. Okay. So what's the problem with this? And this brings us to our next assignment. Yeah. Right, right. And that brings us to the next point. Max, what were you going to say, bud? Yeah. We need it to bounce, right? So, um, so now we need to make the coin bounce. Is that correct? Okay. So, yeah. What happened to my view list details? There you are. So now I can find the date. What is today? 27th. So this is blocks 11. Okay. So So if you guys go down to image sprite coin, okay, do you guys see that there is a edge reached? Okay, so we need to make this coin reach an edge, and then what do we want to do to it? Bounce off of it. So you guys can actually almost figure this stuff out, right? Okay, so now we need to make this image coin reach an edge, and you want it to bounce. Okay. All right, so now you need a control if statement. How many edges do we have? I don't think we get out of here yet. We get out at 8:29, is that correct? So how many edges do we have? Okay, we don't have 4 edges. I think we just went over this, okay? Did we not just go over this? Okay, if you guys aren't sure, let's go over this one more time. How many edges do we have? Hello, can you look up here? And do you know what they are? And what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. That makes 8. How many people understand we have 8 edges? So you want it to bounce off every single edge. Are you with me? Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. Do you guys understand why you need to draw that stuff out? This, by the way, I see a lot of people sitting here programming without their engineering design papers. Not a good thing to do. I don't recommend it. You guys need to be programming with your engineering design papers. If I was you, I'd be staring at these edges, right? If I was you, I'd be staring at this piece of paper right here. You guys should have this down on your screen. If you don't, you're not working smarter. Okay, you're working harder, not smarter. What do I want you to do? I want you to work smarter, not harder. There it is right there with Pac-Man. Work smarter, not harder. This little diagram right here lets you work smarter, not harder. Who understands that? Okay. Does everybody have this drawn? Just draw it as quick as you can. You got north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest. Doesn't have to be a Picasso. This is north here. Okay. You got 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, -4. Any questions on this? Do we understand this page? Okay, now the programming part's easy if you understand that. Okay, let's go in here. Let's go to programming. I'm going to go into this blue one. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have 8 edges I'm going to run into. Okay? So now you can do some math and go get this edge right here. I messed up. If the edge reached, right, is equal to number 1, okay, what do you want the coin to do? Somebody said it before. I think, Dakota, you said it. What do you want the coin to do? Bounce. So because he said bounce, watch this. You go over here to image sprite coin and look in here and, uh-oh, look at this. Right? They can bounce, okay? And then get an edge. All right? Okay. Actually, I don't think we need all this in here, do we? Yeah, don't we just need this? I'm getting into like if I get into all this right here, we're really getting into like Pong, where you would know when you scored a goal, when you didn't score. Are you with me on that? I think this is going to run right here. Let's go ahead and run it. Let's see what it does. Okay. If we need this, then I'll go ahead and build that. but it may be redundant, so it may be more code than what we need. If you can do it in less is more, let's do it with less is more. Do you guys agree with that? Okay, so let's scan it in, and let's see if this guy bounces. Okay, the coin's moving pretty fast. Okay, so here's what I say. Here's what I recommend doing. Do you guys remember all this code we did up here? I would say, okay, every time you hit an edge, I don't think we need to do a heading, right? Every time you get an edge, I would get a different speed. All right. And if you wanted to, you could randomize this, right? Let's see how this works if I randomize this. So, math. So math, random. We said we wanted 50 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds. That would change the speed also. So now let's run this, see if this works. See if you get a random speed every time you hit a wall or an edge. Sorry, which walls are like edges? Are you with me? Okay. Is it working? Sometimes it goes slow. Boom, hits a wall, goes a little bit faster. Okay. Okay. I'm going to play with this just for a second. What happens if I just keep this at 50 here and then get random pixels, okay? Boom. Coin, hit, boom. Okay. Sometimes it goes pretty slow. Do we like the wait? Should we speed it up? Is it good? What do we like? It's good? So every time it hits an edge, we're going to get a different speed here from 5 to 25. Okay. If you don't like this, move this up to like 15 to 35. You with me? Play with this. You could randomize this also. I'm just thinking it may be overkill. Okay. I don't think we need to get into this right now because we're really not playing Pong yet, are we? We really don't care what wall it hits, so let's don't do this if we don't need to. Are you with me? So that's good. What else? What's next? What else we have to do in this game? Reset button. Don't we have to get the time to move? Okay. So, can't we hit play pause and get the time to move? Okay. All right. So now I forgot we did play and pause together. Are you with me? Okay. So right now we need to create a variable called counter. Do we have a counter in here already? Yeah, we have animate counter, but we don't have one just called counter. I'll call this play pause counter, okay? Just so that you know goes with my play pause button. Are you with me? That counter is set to 0. So when you hit play and pause, okay, you're going to do some math on your counter, and you're going to set your variable to be counter, play pause counter is play pause counter plus 1. Okay? So you go back and get your, we have 18 minutes left. Is that correct? So we have play pause counter plus 1. Okay, I'm going to explain this here in a second. So you're going to press a button, and every time you press a button, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The cool thing about counting is there is a pattern to it. It goes odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Are you with me on that? So now all we have to do is say, hey, okay, if it's an even number, let's play, and if it's an odd number, let's pause. So that every time you're going to hit play, and then it goes back and forth, hit pause, pause goes to play. Are you with me? Who understands this? Okay. So I'm running out of room over here. Okay. Put this guy over here. All right. So I'm going to do a control if here. And I'm going to say if counter, and I need my mod function. Okay. What is mod? Is there mod in here? Is it in here? No. Where is my modulo? Modulo. It's in math. There it is. There it is. Okay, there's modulus. So what mod does, so if, I think I need an equal to sign here. Yes, I do. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If the play pause counter, go get your variable. Sam, are you getting this? I don't feel like you're following me at all. So if I take this play pause counter and I divide it by 2, okay? I'm getting into some deep computer science here. You guys are going to, we might have to draw this out. Are you with me? Okay, so let me go back into my form here. Before I do all this, let me just explain what I'm going to do. Let's go back into here, right? You guys, once again, should you be writing this down? Yeah, so you understand this. So what does a mod do? So if my counter, this is my counter, okay? What's my counter going to do? My counter is going to start at 0 and then go to 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then 7. Are you with me? And what you're going to constantly do is divide this number by 2. And then, do you guys ever remember doing like this and you would say, okay, it's 25 divided by 2, and then up here you did like a remainder of 1? You guys remember doing that in math class? This remainder is a modulus. Okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm saying, okay, 1 divided by 2, what is the remainder of it? 1 divided by 2, you don't really care how many times you go in there. You just want to care that your remainder is 1. Right? So you divide 2 divided by 2, the remainder is 0. You divide 3 divided by 2, 2 goes into 3 one time with a remainder of, what's the remainder? 1. 2 goes in there one time with a remainder of 1. Okay? If you divide 4 by 2, what's your remainder? 0. If you divide 5 by 2, what's your remainder? 1. Are you with me? 2 goes into 5 2 times. I don't care about how many times it goes in there. Are you with me? All I'm focusing is on the remainder. Are you with me? Who's getting this? Okay. 6 divided by 2. Does 2 go in there evenly? Yeah, the remainder is 0. 7 divided by 2. The remainder is 1. What do you guys notice here? What's the pattern? 1 0 1 0. If it's an odd, it's a remainder of 1. If it's even, it's a remainder of 0. So this is how you program this, all right? Let's go back here. So I can say if the play pause counter divided by 2 is equal to 0, right? By the way, I'm starting it at 0. So if I go to 0, anyway, it doesn't matter. We can flip it at the end. Are you with me? I'm going to see if this works. We don't really care if it's odd or even. We just know that one of them's going to play and one of them's going to pause. Are you with me on that? Does that make sense? So I'm going to say, okay, set my timer to true. And then I'm going to do an else if in here. Okay. I could, and I could just do an else, but I'll do an else if. If the remainder is 0, then what do you want to do? Okay, so now you can do all this, right? You can turn the timer off, right? You can actually, you don't have to do anything with heading, right? You do want to do, what do you want to do with the speed? What should the coin do if you put it on pause? Stop. So the speed should go to what? 0. Okay. So what should the interval be then? 0, right? Okay. All right. Does this make sense? Let's go see if this works. So reset, reconnect, AI companion. When I hit play pause, do I get mine's not working. Okay, I know why. I know why mine didn't work is because I didn't reload it. Okay, so you might have to do a hard reset sometimes and then reload. Okay, I was still on the old version there. That's why. So, guys, that's something you're going to have to learn. Sometimes you're going to have to hit reload and reload this up, okay? Okay, coin moves, coin stops. Coin moves, coin stops. Okay, what's our button not doing then? What's wrong with our button? What? What's wrong with our button? Hmm? Yeah, it didn't stop Mario. You're right. So what's controlling Mario? Game time? So if you want to stop game time, no, Mario should stop. My Mario's not running anymore. Why is Mario not running? Where's Mario at? Okay, Mario runs when I click a button. Okay, Mario stops. My Mario doesn't automatically run. I don't know why. Okay, so I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Slider speed position changed. Okay, so we got a few more minutes. Don't we have to get the button to go show the play and then show the pause? Don't we have to do that? Okay, so over here I'm going to go to button play pause dot image. And by the way, guys, this is going to be a guess and check here. I don't know which one is which. Okay, I could figure it out, but we really don't care, right? We just know one time we're going to hit it and hit play. Next time we're going to hit it, we want to go. So by the way, it's starting out as play, right? So what is this button called? This button is called, oh wow, I need to write this down. Okay, this is a complex button. By the way, you don't want to give your buttons this name. So mine is called play dash 309041 underscore 640.png. Okay. The next image that I want is, there should be one called pause in here. Yeah, pause. That's an easy one. Pause.png. Thank you, Alexis. Okay. So pause is an easy one. I wish play was that easy. Okay. So now you go back to blocks. You go get a text box. You need a join. Do we need a join here? No, I don't need a join here. So I just need a text box. And here, I'm going to say pause, P-A-U, pause.png. Yeah, this is right because when you're running, you want to see the pause. Does that make sense? And when it's pause, you should see the play. Does that make sense? Okay, so you duplicate this, and down here, when it's not running, you should be seeing the play icon. They toggle back and forth differently. Are you with me? So then this one should be play dash 309041 underscore 640.png. Let's run this and see if it works. By the way, do you guys, this is a good lesson in file names. Does it have to be exact? Yeah, it's got to be exact or it's not going to work. Okay. So let's reconnect, hard reset. Reset, AI companion. Scan it in. And let's see if it works correctly. I got an error receiving the blocks. Okay. Connect, reset, connect, AI companion, scan it in. What happened to my play button? What happened to my play button? Oh, I did? Why? What? My computer's acting really weird. This is really weird. Look at this. Like, see how when I click on it, it goes like way up? Okay. Projects, save project. I'm going to shut this down and restart it. Okay. We might have too much going on. Is it time to go? Three minutes. So this is all I want to do today. I'm just going to try to get this to reload. Guys, I've never seen that before, so I can't explain that one. That was really weird when my play button. I don't even remember moving my play button. Look at that. That is weird. Why can I not? That is weird. What? Why won't it go in the text box? There we go. There we go. That was weird. Never seen that happen before. So connect, reset, AI companion. Is this running correctly? Okay. Are you guys noticing that in programming you just try to do one thing at a time? That's all it is. It's like one puzzle piece at a time. I think that's why it's pretty cool. I don't know why when I hit play, does your Mario start when you hit play? Does your Mario start running when you hit play? Mine doesn't. Mine only starts running when I go left and right with my arrows. So what's wrong with mine? Clock animate timer. Play pause. All right, so we got to work on this tomorrow. You with? How many people got this today? What? All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Keep calm and code on.